Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. At least in this save, I've played a lot off camera because I wanted to, and so we're pretty far into this season. We just traded for Jose Alvarado at the deadline because look at this. We are good. Like, we are really good. Like, really, really good. 62 and 44 here on July 25th. We did just trade for Jose Alvarado because Hunter Gaddis has been very bad. Miguel Castro hasn't been terrible. 351. We could have moved him back to closer. I had him in there for a little while with 6 saves. However, I like the idea of Jose Alvarado, who is on a 2-year deal, back with the Rays, where it all began for him. Yeah, he is pretty good. But I think we need to make another splash. The lineup right now, Robert is here, 91 games. He's been solid. Not great, but better than the last 3 years where he's been awful. He's been decent enough, great defensively as usual. Whaley got hurt for a while, only played 63 games, but he's been really good. 298 average is way above where it was last year. Hitting 848 OPS. He's got a 2.2 WAR. Still very solid defensively. Burleson has been killing it. Another guy who got injured, but he's got an 885 OPS and a 311 average. Don't ask how he's done in his 37 innings of defense because it's been dreadful. But he's a DH. Adolis Garcia has been very solid as well. 265 average, 17 home runs, 782 OPS, all big upgrades from last season. He's also been a decent enough defender out in left field. He's also played some right field. Outman is on a hot streak. He started off the year really bad, but he's heated it up. 82 games for him, 728 OPS, 2.2 WAR because he's great defensively. We'll take that. Vaughn has been, having a great year. 16 homers, not really hitting any doubles. He never does, but he's been an absolute chad. He's played in almost every game. Playing a lot of defense as well. For the first time, he's a positive WAR player. Victor Caratini's been healthy, 85 games. He's been great, hitting for a ton of pops. 16 home runs is a career high. In just 85 games, batting .274 with a good OPS. And while playing good defense at catcher and a little bit of third base. We've had him out there too. Addison Barger got hurt, but he is back, and oh my God, is he good. 10 bombs and 145 at-bats for Barger. Not to mention he's got an absolute hose over at third base. 99 arm over at third. Nick Maton, another guy who got hurt, but another guy who's hit over 10 homers in less than 150 ABs. 909 OPS for Maton. He's killing it. Corey Julks is killing it in 69 nice games. Hitting 327 with an 898 OPS and a 2.4 WAR. Where was this, Corey? We signed Romy Gonzalez when we had some injuries. 865 OPS. Salvador Perez, 62 games, 729 OPS, batting .270. Rodolfo Castro playing against, he's kind of our leadoff hitter. We signed him to be in the offseason to be our guy against leadoff hitter against lefties because he's got 92 power. He's been all right, 679 OPS, not as big of a get as I thought he would be. But yeah, he plays against lefties. And then some guys that have not done well. Kyle Teal, 108 ABs, was bad, sent him down. Edgar Caro, 8 ABs, he just made his debut, that's about it. Lennon Sosa, none of these guys have played yet. Gabriel Arias, 160 at-bats was definitely the best Gabriel Arias we've gotten, but that was still a 620 OPS and a 0 WAR. We're sending him back down to AAA. If he doesn't go through, we'll just get him off the roster. Colson Montgomery, he's been great, finally broken out. Started the year at AAA, 103 at-bats. He's got 3 triples, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 301 average, 811 OPS. Playing his worst defense yet, but that's fine. Brooks Baldwin has been so god-awful in AAA. But look at this. 33 at-bats at the big league level, and he's got an 890 OPS this season. How about Brooks Baldwin? We might call him back up soon. Hudson Haskin, 34 at-bats. He's been injured like all season. 488 OPS. Just got to feel bad for the guy. Made the opening day roster. Braden Montgomery got up a little bit. 3 games. Got a homer. 964 OPS. Very small sample. He's been terrible in AAA, though. And then as for the arms, Tony Gonsolin. Look at this guy. Hasn't pitched in the league since 2023. A Rule 5 pick. And he's a 2.85 ERA guy. We just signed him to a 2-year extension. And boy, does he deserve it. He's been insane. Was an all-star. As was Jairo Iriarte. Chris Paddock is hurt and has been for a long time. And then Jairo and Tony just decide to start shoving. Jairo, coming off of a 5.40 ERA season, was definitely on the outside looking in of our team's roster going into the year. Now he's arguably our ace. A good spring training propelled him into the pitching rotation. He's got a 2.83 ERA, a 3.56 FIP, 2.2 WAR. Woodruff has been good, not worth $15 million, but 96 innings, 3.94 ERA, 3.82 FIP, not bad. Bobby Miller's been a good, decent get for us off waivers, 3.68 ERA. FIP is around a very similar spot. And then we've got Davis Martin in there with the injury to Chris Paddock. Jonathan Cannon, we just called up for the first time. Victor Gonzalez, man, those Rule 5 picks are hitting. Because Victor hadn't pitched in the league since 2024. And he has a 1.64 ERA, 1.2 whip, and he's only given up 0.7 home runs per 9. Bryce Elder, 63 innings, he's been very mid. Dennis Santana's been solid. Yenier Cano has been awful. We sent him down to AAA for a little while. Miguel Castro's been solid. Hunter Gaddis has been bad. 33 saves, though. Not terrible. And then we just traded for Alvarado, who's having a little bit rougher of a season this year, but, he's getting a little unlucky, playing for a terrible team. And then we were also going to talk about Paddock, who in 19 starts, a 3.62 ERA. He was just doing the same thing he always does. Hagen Smith did come up and had a 24 ERA, so we sent him down. Jake Cousins, same thing, started the year on the roster. Last year he was elite. This year, not so much. 9 1/3 innings, got absolutely rocked. But he's been decent enough out of AAA. Greg Knapp having another insane year down there. And as is Anoli Paredes. But I think we make a splash. I really think we do. Need to make a splash. Maybe not like a youngster like Johan Rojas, because he's been terrible. Luis Angel Acuna would be interesting. Why is bro the White Sox? What do you mean, why is bro the White Sox? Everyone is the White Sox. It's the hardest rebuild possible. How does bro have that record? This is year 3. We're 3 years in. Matt Vierling is interesting. Never mind, he's kind of bad. Kyle Harrison. I mean, that would be a big get. He's like... You want Braden Montgomery. Can I give you, like, an assortment of Lennon Sosa and Angel Martinez instead? Just, wait, actually, what does Lennon Sosa, Angel Martinez, and then, like, one of these pitchers? Like Jonathan Heasley. What does that get me? As for MLB ready players across the league. Watching the Astros-Rangers game right now. My Astros are up 1-0, so if I ever just pause mid-speech just because I'm glancing down at the game. All right, we could get Tyler Wells. Not really interested. I could get this package. Robbie Ray and Zach Jackson. Felix Bautista. We already got our reliever. Morel and Kevin Kelly doesn't seem bad. Jason Foley, Matt Vierling is not a bad group. Just get Michael Garcia, Michael Massey. That doesn't sound terrible. I know Massey was like an all-star, if I'm not mistaken. Ben Joyce and Hans Kraus. Ben Joyce leads the MLB in saves, so I don't think that's very realistic. Jorge Mateo, Orlando Arcia, making too much money. Leody Taveras and Jose Leclerc. Porter Hodge as well. Could I get Taveras and Hodge? Jared Kelenic. Alexis Diaz, Spencer Steer is certainly enticing. Luis Garcia Jr., Jared Triolo, Yumin Lin. You get Drew Jones for this package. I don't really want that. Casey Mize is paying him too much money. Freddie Freeman and Michael Kopech. No thanks. All right. Brewers were willing to give me Luis Garcia Jr. Why? He's been bad, but like he's on his last year of his deal. Like I feel like this is a no-brainer. Ooh, Nick Gonzalez is kind of good. Rebuild Rays next. I got you, bro. Yelich down to a 68. Good lord. And then what was the other? I liked the Reds. They were like Spencer Steer and Alexis Diaz. Reds. Next year he's on ARB. I don't really like that. Yeah, Steer isn't really good at anything. Hear me out, guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Well, that was kind of closer than I thought. David Fry. Yeah, he's good. Is he good defensively? Not really. His contract. He's got ARB for a few more years. Alexis is a free agent after this season. What if I got Alexis Diaz and like TJ Friedl? Stuart Fairchild stinks, making too much money. Darnell Mahoney. Yeah, throw this guy in. I don't know if I like this deal enough. Who else interested us? We like Luis Angel Acuna. They have Tyler Fitzgerald as well. They just got Tyler Fitzgerald. How? Why do you have all these players, man? Yandy. Let me get Tyler Fitzgerald. Let me just take him right back from you guys. And then let me also get just like a reliever, probably. Jose Buto. Yeah. Yeah, that's a done deal. Boom. Just got Tyler Fitzgerald. That's going to be our other big get at the deadline. We need to send one batter and one pitcher down. Romy, maybe? Does Romy go down? He's been so good. Or how about Salvi? No, Salvi's got to stay up. Castro? Does Rodolfo Castro go down? No, I think Romy Gonzalez might have to. Or we could just trade. Technically, just trade him. Trade away Romy. Probably get some decent value for him. But I kind of want to keep him around. Just put him in AAA for now. He's been good. Like, really good, but we'll send him down. Alright. Fitzgerald becomes... Can you add custom teams in this game like Madden Team Builder? No, you cannot. You can customize uniforms, but you can't like change the whole teams. Sadly. Maton's been too good to take out of this lineup. Yeah, Fitzgerald's been kind of garbage with his team this year. He's not good defensively. Neither really is frickin'. All right, Maton's gonna bat ninth. Fitzgerald is a bench guy. All right. Who comes in here against lefties? Caratini. Fitzgerald's coming in for Perez. Caratini's the catcher. Fitzgerald is going to go over to second. And then that's the lineup. Rotation. Jose Buto is here. Who do we send down? Jonathan Cannon, maybe, just goes right back. Yeah. Jonathan Cannon can go right back down to AAA. Jose Buto is our Elder's our long reliever. Buto is going to join the middle. And I think that's going to do it for our... got a small enough for 40 man. But that's going to do it for our little group of guys that we're trading for here. I think Hudson Haskin. No, who's going off? Who's going off the 40 man? Paredes, I suppose. And only Paredes is going to leave our 40-man roster. And we're going to go through this Padres series, signed draft picks. Our big fish, Adrian Santo, is still here. We will give him whatever he wants. Thank you, sir. And then we only have one player left to sign. It's Carlos Cabral. All right, we got a chance here. Bottom of the ninth coming back. My Astros have a guy on first base for Jose Altuve. We're against one of the worst teams in baseball as well.
The catcher, Victor
The Padres.
Caratini.
Here's Victor Caratini. Runner is on first and second. Good take for Victor, the former Padre. New White Sox Tyler Fitzgerald on second. Andrew Vaughn at first. Swing and a miss, the splitter. Hips below the bat of Victor Caratini. Now it's 1-1. Caratini over to third base. It's caught. And that's going to be the ball game. The Padres barely squeak out despite a rough ending to things. Woodruff with another bad start. I feel like you can always lock him in for 5 innings, 3 earned runs. Here he goes 4 earned runs. The Rays just claimed Penn Murphy. That's fine. Athletics claimed Anoli Paredes. So a couple of our players, happy to see them stay on Major League rosters, but also sad to see them leave. Beat the Padres. And I still think this draft pick is not ready to sign. Yeah, Cabral, we're just going to keep pushing with him. All right, Jamal Whaley at the plate. Our best player. We are 4th in runs scored. All right, here's Whaley, the 19-year-old. As an 18-year-old rookie, won the Rookie of the Year last year. Now he's all the way up to like a 90 overall as a 19-year-old. Whaley hits this one. High and deep to center field. To the track. It's going to be caught, but we will be able to tag third base. And now we got runners at the corners in the top of the 10th. Whaley is 0 for 5. Here comes Alec Burleson.
Designated hitter, Alec Burleson.
Burleson is also 0 for 4. Burleson hits this one. Has some pop into left field, but not enough. It'll be caught. And here we are in the top of the 11th, still playing. Runners on first and second. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn down the line. The runners were on the move as well. Vaughn is held up at second. It's bobbled. And now the runner goes home and is safe. Vaughn is out at second in all the madness. But it's a 2 RBI single that puts the White Sox up by 2. Here comes Caratini. Swing and a miss, the cutter as Caratini chasing. He's 0 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch. Caratini fouls it away. In a better situation is Caratini, having his contact being about 20 points higher than his clutch. Because if Vaughn was safe at second, he would have had that 46 clutch. Swing and a miss. Checks his swing and strikes out. We'll go to the middle of the 11th. And we will Jose Alvarado. We'll see what happens here. Marcelo Meyer at the plate. The winning run, technically. And that one's hit well. This game's going to be tied. Robert lets it fly. And that's a 2 RBI double for Meyer. Now the winning run is aboard. Here's Davison de los Santos. Alvarado's pitch slots in for a strike. So it'll be a blown save for Alvarado. We'll play on at best for us. 0-2 now. That one's fouled away. De Los Santos, 0-2, behind in the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Alvarado got him, and we'll play on yet again. And we will lose. Looks like Otto Lopez walks it off for the Marlins. Alvarado takes the L. Good game for Garcia. Great game for Maton. Not a good game for Whaley, though. We saw he went 0 for 5. Might have gone 0 for 6. Hudson Haskin is back. Angels are offering us a deal. I am not at all interested. Corey Jelks has been great this year. Just going to send through the deadline. Addison Barger is hurt. So we'll call Romy Gonzalez back up. He's actually been slumping down at AAA. We'll throw. Are you not watching the Astros versus Rangers game? Yeah, I've got it pulled up. I'm watching it right now. How are you, Troy? We'll throw Fitzgerald back in the lineup. He'll play third. Actually, Maton at third. Actually, let's throw Julks. Julks is so good. He'll play third. Better defensively. Here, things are fine. Pitching. Still doing the thing. Elder. And then how is Buto? Buto's been good. 1 game. Alvarado's been better with us than he was before. And we'll sign our last draft pick. Give him as much as he wants, but he sadly will not be signing with us. So we continue onward. We lose the first 3 games of the month. Kyle Higashioka at bat for the Rangers in real life.
Now
Here's
batting,
Robert Jr.
right
Runners on
fielder,
first and
Luis
second. Will Vest
Robert
comes in to pitch.
Jr.
Good. Oh my gosh, what kind of a call is that? Well, you hear the loud boo from the fans as soon as that call was made because it wasn't the right one. That pitch maybe caught the zone by like a centimeter.
Nope, outside.
That one's at least a baseball's length. Outside, 1-1. Robert Jr. Runners on first and second. Fouls that one away. Runners on the move. Robert Jr. hits this one. High and deep to left field. It is going to go off the wall. Oh my god, that's so stupid. I would have been safe at home plate tonight. Either way. Okay. Alright, trying to get out of this inning is Jose Alvarado. Carpenter takes strike 1. Strike 2. That's absolute pain from Alvarado. Boom! Out at third base. And the runner is caught at third trying to steal. Jose Alvarado gets bailed out. And here we are with Caratini. Romy Gonzalez on third. Victor. It's gone. No doubt about it. Perfect. Victor Caratini walks it off. The sheer power that he has brought to the lineup this year. Last year he was hitting over 300. This year we pay him again. He's got like 20 homers in less than 100 games. Victor Caratini is a stud. Absolute stud. We win the game 4-2 off the walk-off homer. Jose Alvarado with a 2-inning victory. Caratini goes 3 for 4. Robert Jr. goes 2 for 4. And we get our first win of the month of September. Hunter Gaddis is out. Brandon Woodruff out for 6 months. That'll be the end of the season for him. Adolis Garcia is hurt. So we are looking quite injured right now. We'll call up a minor leaguer. Jonathan Cannon seems to be the call. And then we'll also call up a batter with the injury to Mr. Adolis Garcia. I'm assuming it's going to be either Hudson Haskin or Brady Montgomery. Or maybe Brooks Baldwin. Maybe Arias. Alright, we'll go Haskin. Hudson Haskin's coming back up to the bigs. Sam Haggerty. Alright, we'll throw Perez back in here. Make him the catcher. Caratini at third, Julks in left. Lineup. Outman is cold yet again. Vaughn is feeling kind of stinky. Caratini is still killing it. 17 bombs in 94 games. You stud. Jolk's still doing great. Maton's still killing it. Burleson, Whaley still popping off. Rivera Jr. has been better. Alright, we'll go. We'll hit Caratini third. I'm going to go Vaughn fifth, Outman sixth. Jolk seventh, Maton eighth, Perez ninth. And then here against lefties, we'll throw Romy Gonzalez in there. Where is the question? Right field. Right field is probably the place. Actually, let's go left. Maton and right. Yep, and then Romy, we'll hit, we'll do this lineup, and then we'll go Burleson fifth, Jolks, Maton, Fitzgerald, Gonzalez. Rotation, we'll throw good old Bryce Elder back in. I have Rodolfo on my Rangers franchise, and he is a beast. Absolute. Bro, he hasn't been great for us, but this 92 power against lefties has to come around at some point. 6'6", like, yeah, he's been bad for us, like, really bad. But he's going to come around for sure. All right. We called up Cannon. He's going to be our long reliever. How's Martin doing? Not great. All right. Elder's our number 5. Barger is back. So, why is Braden Montgomery? Oh, September call-ups happened? What is Braden Montgomery doing on the roster? Move him down to AAA. Barger. Perfect. Lineups. Barger at third. Who did it take out? It took out Caratini. Caratini comes in for Perez. He'll switch here. That looks fine. Left-handed pitchers, we want Castro batting leadoff. Actually, we don't want him because he's been bad. We'll do Julks leadoff. He's been crushing it. And Castro will hit like 8th. Okay, view draft picks. Adrian Santo is actually not that good. 67 overall, 85 potential. Jordan Villa, 67 overall, 83 potential. Not bad for an 18-year-old. Todd Rainey, 65 overall, 80 potential. What the? Get back to the White Sox. My bad, I looked at the Astros game for a second. Oh. There we go. Raymond Wong, 72 with 63 potential. What does that even mean? Peter Higgins is at 84, 53 overall. And Edwin Cockrell is our worst guy. So not a great draft. All right, here we are, month of August, trying to hit some Grand Slam. All right, here's Nick Maton, bases jacked against Yency Almonte. 297 average this season. Maton hits this one foul. Didn't get the PCI up to the ball in time before I started swinging. Swing, and I missed the slider. We were just way out in front. Look how on that we were, just expecting the heater. That's baseball for you. And swing and a miss. Pitiful for Maton. Strikes out on 3 pitches with the bases loaded, and this game remains tied. And we will lose the game. Rodolfo Castro hits a homer, breaks out of that slump. Bobby Witt Jr., though, 3 for 4 with a homer and 2 runs scored. Tough to beat. Oh my gosh, we've been so bad this month. Bases jacked now. Here's Nick Maton again with a chance to redeem himself, bases loaded. He's on the cold streak, batting average down to the 287. Swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
3 straight swing and misses by me, using Nick Maton.
Ball.
Good take. Holy cow.
1-1.
What a take by Maton. 0 for 2 today in the 8 spot, the lefty. Swing and a miss. Checks it on the slider, but it slots in. Anyways, caught the corner. That one's well struck, and it's picked up by the second baseman. What an athletic play to turn 2. I thought it was going to be a difficult play for 1. He gets 2, and now here in the 9th, here's Whaley, runner on first, the game winner, standing in at the plate right now, and there's no other person we'd rather have. Jamal Whaley is going to walk it off. The 19-year-old second-year phenomenon. The generational draft prospect that he was. 99 potential. It's an absolute tank to win the game. Robert had a homer, Haskin 2 for 3, Vaughn 2 for 3, 11 hits for the squad, and a 4-run 9th inning to rally back for a victory. Vinny Cano's in the minors for some reason. Who do we have up right now? Cannon? Cannon's been terrible, moving on AAA. Wait, why do we have like a bunch of batters? Like, what's the thing? What's the story here? Yeah, we need to send out some batters, man. Gonzalez has been too good to send down. I think we're probably going to be sending down, not Vaughn. Fitzgerald's been just bad. Castro. Yeah, we're going to send Rodolfo Castro down to AAA. He's probably going to get claimed, which would suck, but it is what it is. Time to call up some pitchers. Yenier. Oh, Drew Thorpe. All right, here is the group. Gonsel and Iriarte still shoving. Miller's not been great. Martin and then Elder. And keep going to September call-ups. Yeah, do those lineups. Go Maton over there at third. Doing some maintenance stuff here, calling up some guys to triple. Alright, watch this. We just need bodies. Like, I don't even care. Garrett Stallings. Sure, pal. Or if you're a 36 overall reliever, maybe that's not a sure, pal. But if you're like 59 overall or higher, you should be allowed on the squad. I'll even be generous and let some 58s on the group. We need more. Signed channel legend Carl Edwards Jr. 1 year, 1.9 million. Is that enough, Carl? Thank you. Nick Maton is out for 2 to 3 months. He is injured again, very sad. We'll call Rodolfo Castro right back up to the big leagues, where we'll go to lineups. And we will toss good old Corey Julks right back into the lineup here at second base, batting ninth. Castro will bat here at third base. Gosh, Romy has been so good, 959. And pitching, just fine. Those September call-ups. Javier Vaz. Chris Paddock is back. That's huge. Thorpe also got rocked. Send him right back down. Paddock is in the rotation now. Martin and Elder will stay in. Miller will go to the long relief role. Man, Budo has pitched in 79 games this year. And it is still the month of August. What a Chad. Gaddis still has not been great. Alvarado's been so good for us. Sim into September call-ups. Perez is out. He's got a pulled groin. That does not sound pleasant. Caro or Teal? Caro or Teal? We'll call up Caro. Edgar Caro coming up to the big leagues. Win because Jose Alvarado is the GOAT. And now we got a chance with Jamal Whaley. We are 5th in runs scored, 20th in runs allowed. Astros are 20th in runs scored, 27th in runs allowed. Here's Whaley. Runners on first and second. Go-ahead run is aboard. Whaley hits it up high and shallow. Will be put away in right field. Astros will get the win. Davis Martin with a rough outing. Valdez wasn't great either, but he got more bat support from guys like James Triantos. We lose again. Colson Montgomery is back. Thing is, I think I might just send him down. Send him down to AAA for now. We lose. We lose. Good Lord, the amount of injuries and uninjuries we're having. I believe we need to call up both pitchers. But I'll send down Caro. So let me call Montgomery up. Colson, that is. And we'll go to pitchers. Hagen, maybe? Thorpe. They've all gotten rocked this year. Cannon. Juan Corella make a return? He does. And then relievers, Big Cousins got to come back. Greg Knapp is another option that you can kind of hold down in AAA. So Corella becomes another long reliever, and then Cousins. Oh no, Cousins becomes in the middle. Buto is going to be a long guy, and then we'll throw Bobby Miller right back in the rotation because Elder got hurt. This is a very solid first three, though. Gonsolin, Iriarte, Paddock. Very solid. We've dropped down to second place, though. We've been very cold this month. 75 and 66. It has been a rough month. Corey Julks out for 1 to 2 weeks. So now we call up Hudson Haskin. Right back to the majors. Thought about Brooks Baldwin. Thought about Reagan Montgomery. But here against righties, we'll have Tyler Fitzgerald's just been bad. And we have Perez. Let's just have Colson Montgomery. Let's have Montgomery play short. Whaley will get some time at second. Montgomery will hit ninth. And then against lefties, we will have Haskin. Yep, Hudson Haskin is going to slot right on in. He will be... Will he be the center fielder? No, I don't believe so. Yeah, Romy Gonzalez is going to be out in center. Batting leadoff, we will have... Ooh. Let's do Romy. Romy Gonzalez batting leadoff. He's earned it. Been insane this year. Playing out of his mind. All right, let's have a good last month, guys. Wade Meckler is hurt down there. Jairo Iriarte is out for a few days. That's not good. That's certainly not ideal. Call up Greg Knapp to help with that. And then we'll throw Juan Corella in the rotation. Lose a couple, we win a few. Julks is back. Hudson Haskins going to go right back down. What does Brooks Baldwin do? Send that bum down to triple. And then call up who did it send down? They called up Knapp, didn't they? Yeah. Corella's been great. These past, like when we've given him time, I don't care like how low overall he is. I keep like in my manual development, I keep giving him little boosts here and there, and he just gets better. He's so good. Like he's been better than Jonathan Cannon, Drew Thorpe, and Hagen Smith at all times, and Jairo Iriarte up to until this season. All right, I think I might have to sign another little ghoul. My pitching friends sound like a 50-something overall. Yeah, sure, Michael Gomez. Brandon Fisher, sure. right. And then the lineups. Did we miss somebody? All right, Jokes. Yeah, Jokes is going to be at second. Barger's still been good. Caratini with 21 bombs has been insane. Adolis Garcia has 22. Who leads the team? Whaley is 17, just 100. 21 for Robert. I think Garcia might lead the team in homers. Vaughn is 17. Perez is 9. Huh. Gonsolin's a Cy Young candidate right now. Alright, we'll keep on trucking. We win 1-0 because our pitching is just like that. Elder is still hurt. Teal is hurt down there in the minors. Uriarte is back. That is huge. We send down. I'm assuming it's going to be good old Greg Knapp. See you later, sir. Never mind, it's going to be Juan Corella. All right, we'll take a look now with Iriarte back in the 2. Things look fine here. Buto's played 85 games. Good Lord. What a Chad. Gaddis has not been good this year. We're 83-71, heading to this final stretch of the season. Caratini is out for 1 to 2 months. That is certainly not good. Means we'll call up either Teal or Quero. Give Teal another chance. Bring him back. I think it's pretty obvious. We just throw Salvi back in instead of Teal. Perez. Let's move down the lineup to that 9th. Here we want Perez as well. We'll adjust the lineup accordingly. All right, minor league playoffs are about to begin. Here we got a chance to get our 85th win of the season. It's crazy that I'm saying that, but it's happening. Our pitching has been very bad lately. Don't know why, but our batters are still great.
Now
Here's
batting,
Vaughn.
first
He's having the same
baseman,
season he
Andrew
always
Vaughn.
does, like mid 680 OPS, just being the most slightly below average player ever. Good
That's
take.
a ball.
Jorge Alcala, former Astro minor leaguer on the mound. And Vaughn fouls that one back. 1-1 is the count. Let's do that. Ball 2. Runners at the corners for Vaughn, who's batting 6th.
Ball that's
3-1 to
outside.
Vaughn. On deck is Corey Jolks, who's been excellent this season. Got his batting average as high as 330 at one point. And there's ball 4. Vaughn takes, I believe, 4 straight and loads up the bases for Jolks. Jolks has cooled
Up
off
next
mightily.
for the White
779
Sox,
OPS. This
second
guy's
baseman,
been
Corey
stone
Jolks.
cold. Either way, he's still a dog. If he can hit a grand slam here, I'll forgive him.
Ball
Take.
1. 1-0.
That one's called a strike. Good call. 1-1 to Jolks. That one's well struck. It will not get down, though. Middle of the eighth, we stay tied. And I think we're going to get the win here. If Jose Alvarado can finish things out, he can. Hunter Gaddis takes the dub. Jamal Whaley with the homer. Love to see it. Jose Alvarado with career high save number 37 this season. We win a few more. Alvarado's out for a few days. We'll just keep him on the roster. And then you know what? Let's play this final game of the year. 86 and 75. We've clinched a playoff spot. So might as well we're going to advance day and take a look at Jairo Iriarte is going to get the start. We'll play this game. But the thing is, we might just sit some of our stars, or not sit, but take some of our stars out early. Because our fate has indeed been decided. Here's the lineup. It's Robert, Whaley, Burleson, Garcia, Outman, Vaughn, Julks, Barger, and Perez against Luke, Straw, Edwards, and who even knows who else. The White Sox against the Blue Jays here in the Rogers Center. As pitching for Toronto is Eric Fetty. Here's Robert Jr., who has 21 bombs this season. Here in game 162, he's looking for one more. That would have been it had I not just been stupid and swung it about a second too early. Blue Jays, 81 and 80.
No ball. 2 strikes.
0-2 to Robert. It's this one lightly over to short. Can he beat it out? He cannot. Good throw. Back around the horn to first.
Batting second, shortstop, number 13.
Here's Whaley, who's batting .301. Same play. Whaley a little faster. He also is out by a few steps. Here comes Burleson. Burleson got injured. No matter. He's still got 20 bombs, and he's batting .288. Burleson. That one's well struck. Over the head of the third baseman. Alec Burleson with a single. Here off Eric Fetty, his former teammate. And now he's aboard at first base. Here's Adolis Garcia. And he's hit by a pitch. Garcia thinks about charging the mound. But then he just trots to first. Here's James Outman. Runners on first and second for Outman. Good take. Outman digs in. That one's well struck. Into left field. Sends him back near the track. But it will be caught, and that's the middle of the first inning. Some hits, but no runs given up by Betty. And now Iriarte hard at work. Base is jacked, and he gets a fly out. Here comes Vaughn. Fetty pitching to Andrew Vaughn, former teammate of his. Swing, and I missed. The sweeper is the hardest pitch to hit in this game. I hate it so much. Vaughn is 2 for 5 in his career against Fetty. Good take. Similar pitch. It's the cutter this time. 1-1.
Ball 2.
This time it's inside. 2-1 to Vaughn.
1 strike.
Should be 3-0. That one is hit right up the middle. And the White Sox have a leadoff base runner here in the second. Vaughn is aboard. And here comes Julks. Ori Julks. He's been cold lately. It's this one. Will it get down? It will. Runners on first and second. Vaughn puts on the brakes at second base. And it's first. 2 runners on. Ducks in a pond with nobody out. Here's Barger. Former Blue Jay Addison Barger hits that one over the head of the third baseman. Everybody stops, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Batting ninth, catcher Salvador Perez.
Here's Salvador Perez with the bases jacked. The ninth hitter catching with the injured Victor Caratini. That one's well hit. Another one. That's going to score a couple. Perez digging for second. Runner will go home. He will be out. But it's a 2-run double instead of 3 for Perez. Barger thrown out at home plate. Here comes Robert with a runner on second. And Robert pops it up on the infield. It's going to stay in the field of play and will be caught in foul territory. Here's Whaley, who's 0 for 1 with the ground out, batting .300 this year. He would certainly like to keep that average where it's at. And I don't know if he will. That's a fly out. But a 2-run top of the second for Houston puts them up top. And Jairo Iriarte, the all-star, goes right back to work. Ground out, strikeout, another strikeout for Iriarte. Here comes Mr. Alec Burleson batting third, the designated hitter. Burleson jams this one, dropping quickly, and the shortstop will put it away in shallow center field. Here's Garcia, hit by pitch back in the first. 25 homers, 69 nice RBIs. Garcia rips this one, but it's just foul. Has the distance for a homer. Garcia's 4 for 8 in his career against Fetty. Swings and misses at the cutter.
0-2.
Right down at the bottom of the zone. He was right on it, but he's too early. Would have shot it right through that opposite field gap. This one he fouls away. Cutter at the top of the zone. It's still 0-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Garcia on strikes, a common occurrence. And Fetty with another strikeout. Here comes Outman, who's 0 for 1. Outman, well struck, into right center. Center fielder will put it away, and that's the middle of the third inning. Jairo Iriarte back to work. Nathan Lukes is hitting .382. He walks. And more strikeouts for Iriarte. Here comes Vaughn. His last one was at bat number 600. It was a base hit. This is the part of the lineup that scored so much a few innings ago. Vaughn is 2 for 2. Rips it up the middle. Andrew Vaughn is now aboard. Base knock.
Now batting, second baseman Corey Julks.
Here's Julks, who also had a hit his last time up. Vaughn on first. Very similar situation. And this time he grounds it to third. That's going to be, draws him off the bag. A terrible throw from the third baseman. And instead of 2 outs, there's 2 people on. Vaughn is first. This is exactly what we feared. We have like nobody that can play first base. We'll sub in Romy. He's like the only person that can play first base.
Now batting,
here's Barger.
third baseman Addison Barger.
Runners on first and second for Barger. Very similar situation to last time. And both Vaughn and Julks got hits. Then Barger got a hit. Then Perez got a hit. That dual reliever's up in the pen. It's Nance and Durr. Foul ball for Barger. It's the cutter below the zone. That one's hit into left center. Thought about tagging, but then he thought otherwise. So it's the first out of the inning. Here comes Perez, who had the 2 RBI, almost 3 RBI double back 2 innings ago. Good take. Perez has been super clutch this year. .387 average with runners in scoring position. That one is well struck. It's going to take the center fielder all the way to the track, and it will go. Salvador Perez has 5 RBIs today. Top of the 4th, and it's White Sox 0, Blue Jays 0, Salvador Perez 5. Almost 6 if it weren't for a base running error. That was an absolute tank. Almost robbed in center field. Instead, it's over the fence, 4-0-2. Fetty is getting rocked. And the Sox lead 5-0. Robert pokes one into left. It will not fall. It's caught for out number 2 of the inning. Here comes Whaley, who's 0 for 2. Average still at 300. But it will dip below with this out. Whaley jams this one foul. 134 hits this year. That's 3rd on the team despite missing weeks due to injury. Whaley, short dribbler, picked up by the catcher and fired to first base for an out. Whaley is retired for the 3rd time today. Iriarte still cooking.
Ball 4, take your base.
Still on base and after a walk. There's a run. Former White Sox. Okay, they're getting rocked. Three-run 4th for the Jays makes it a closer one. Here's Burleson. That one is shot, and it's through the gap. Alec Burleson is aboard to start the inning. Here comes Adolis Garcia to face the new pitcher.
For the Blue Jays,
It's Tommy Nance.
number 45, Tommy Nance.
Oh my God, what a slurve. Gets Garcia swinging out of his shoes. And aboard is the slow-footed Burleson. Garcia fights this one off. Deep into center field, but it's just a step ahead of the Blue Jays center fielder, and he'll put it away. Here comes Outman. He was 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. The lefty thrives, especially with the power against right-handed pitching.
No ball, 1 strike.
Traded to the White Sox mid-season last year from the Dodgers. And he's
That hit
plunked.
him. First base.
Runner goes to first. Here's Romy Gonzalez. Substitute player for an injured Andrew Vaughn. That one is grounded down the line. It's going to be 2. Gonzalez grounds into a double play as expected against a right-handed pitcher. Iriarte will start up the bullpen. With Dennis Santana. And Greg Knapp. Still on base again. Ground out. Still on base again. Another 2-run bomb. Dennis Santana comes in. So a bad outing for Cairo in his last start. It's been 5 unanswered by the Jays. Here comes Corey Julks. Tommy Nance pitching. Julks 1 for 2. Or is he 2 for 2? That one is down the line foul. Last game he went 0 for 5. Today he's either 1 for 2 or 2 for 2. This one's down the line. Well, he might just be 3 for 3. I'm just stupid and can't remember. But he's aboard again. This bottom of the lineup has been very solid. Here comes the 8th hitter, Addison Barger.
Third baseman, Addison Barger.
Barger's 1 for 2. He's been worse in August, for sure. Cooled off mightily. Julks aboard at first. Wait a second. So, on the pass ball, Barger swings, but it will be Julks getting into scoring position and out of double play range. A wild pitch. Good Lord. I swing at another stupid pitch in the dirt. So it's 0-2. I don't even move my PCI. It's so dumb. Why do I even do it? Why don't I even do it if I'm not going to move my PCI? Now I move my PCI, but it doesn't look at the screen. Out of the way. Should be 3-1. Instead, it is still 0-2. Barger battling with Nance. We'll see the fifth pitch of the at-bat. Good take. 1-2. Taken all the way. I'm going to ambush inside. I think he's going to do that same thing again. That one's well struck. It's going to go into left field. Runner will hold up at third base. So as runners at the corners, nobody out for the Sox here in the sixth. Here's Salvador Perez, who's 2 for 2 with a homer, a 3-run home run, and a 2 RBI double. Can he get RBIs? Even more. RBIs galore. That one is caught. Almost. That was inches away from being another RBI or 2 for Salvi. Here comes Rivera there. On the line, foul. Luis Robert Jr. batting lead off. That one is crushed. It's going to be a couple runs probably. Robert will hold up at second. Runner will be safe at home. It's a 7-5 lead for the Sox.
Now batting, number 13.
Here's Jamal Whaley. His average starts with a 2 for the first time this game. That one is going to be stopped and somehow an out. Whaley grounds out for like the 4th time today.
Up next for Chicago.
Here's Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
Alex 2 for 3. Runner on third. Good take.
1-0.
All right, Burleson. Burleson strikes that one, but it's going to be caught. So 2 runs score here. We'll send Santana out there, who's only pitched 8 pitches. All right. Here comes Garcia to face Ryan Burr.
Number 43, Ryan Burr.
Garcia's 0 for 2 today. Been hit by a pitch as well. Skies that one. It won't go. It'll be a fly out to center field. Garcia's 0 for 3. Here comes the 5th hitter, James Outman. Outman also, very similar story, 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch. Has a home run earlier this series. Trying to finish the year strong. Outman, very similar story to Garcia. Once again, flies out to center. 2 away quick for Burr here in the 7th. Here's Romy Gonzalez.
First baseman, Romy Gonzalez.
Another guy whose average starts with a 3 and ends with a couple of zeros.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. The slider dips under
0-1.
for a strike. Blake Snell has 26 wins. Good lord. Gonzalez on the ground over to third. Very, as usual, against righties. Exactly how you'd expect it to go. Santana still pitching. Victor Gonzalez comes in.
Ball 4, take your base.
Walks. Miguel Castro comes in and finishes the good job. Ryan Burr pitching to Corey Jelks. Or no, Scott Barlow.
Scott Barlow.
Jelks hits it high and deep to left field. It is caught. As he crashes into the wall, Santander tracks it down. That was such well hit by Jelks. Nothing to show for it. Here comes Barger. Good take. Ryan Fernandez warming up in the pen. Barger on the ground. It will be stopped at second, and what a tough play to make, but he makes it. Barger is out by a few steps.
Up next for the White
Here
Sox,
comes Salvi,
catcher,
who's having an insane game.
Salvador Perez.
Swing and a miss. Sorry, I'm watching this Astros game, so sometimes I make stupid decisions. Salvi's 2 for 3. He has 5 RBIs. That one is well struck. It might go, but it's caught right before the track. Some very well hit baseballs, but a 3-up, 3-down type of inning. Miguel Castro will set things up. Nope, Jake Cousins. Why does that have to be Jake Cousins? Oh my god, he sucks. Here's Yennier Cano, who also sucks. Runner scores, and the ground out.
Now pitching for the Blue Jays.
We'll sit down Greg Knapp, and then we will warm Jose Alvarado and schedule to put him in the game.
Number 64, Ryan Fernandez.
Here's Robert Jr. Very lightly hit. Over to short. Tough play. What a throw. He's out by a few steps. Here comes Whaley, who's 0 for 4. OPS below 900, average below 300. Both were the opposite before this game. They'll need a pretty good hit. Come on, Whaley. Let's go. No way. That shortstop's been so good today. Whaley gets a single. Base knock for Whaley. Love to see it. Here's Burleson. Fouls that one.
Runner! 1-2.
Whaley is safe at second. He steals the base. Stolen base number 28 on the year for Jamal Whaley. Burleson batting .290 on the season. He's 2 for 4 today. Pops it up right to the catcher, Corey Lee, former White Sox. So it turns out the stolen base will not matter. That is the double play. Here is Garcia.
Left fielder, Adolis Garcia.
1-0.
All right, come on. That one is foul. Oh, what even happened? I don't even know. All right, bottom of the order. Yep, Jose Alvarado is going to come in and shut this door. He's been insane for us. 2.7 ERA on the season. It was in the 4s when we got him. He is absolutely killing it. So worth it. We did not give up much for this guy. He closes out the final game of the year for us. And it's time to look at the final season stats. .87-75 final record. We'll start with the catchers. Kyle Teal, 35 games, 114 at-bats. I mean, we've gotten 411 Major League at-bats from Teal. 10 home runs, 212 average, 619 OPS, negative .4 WAR. The thing is, he was good defensively this year. 124 games for Carazzini. He got injured towards the end, but 69 nice RBIs, 21 bombs, 280 average, 785 OPS, 3.1 WAR. He was insane. Edgar Caro, 16 ABs, was bad. And then Salvi, 79 games, 294 at-bats, 741 OPS, best season he's had since 2024. And, he was great defensively. at catcher somehow. Vaughn, 159 games, just does what he always does. 703 OPS was just the exact same player. Walked a lot more than he ever has. 71 walks to his previous career high of 54. Was a positive win player. Tyler Fitzgerald, 78 games, was not good, but he was a little bit better once he got to Chicago. Nick Maton, only 60 games played due to injury, but an 886 OPS, 11 homers, 298 average, and a 2-win player. Romy was very good, 131 ABs, same thing, only 45 games, but an 811 OPS, .7 WAR. Addison Barger, 280 at-bats. He did not play as much as I would have liked because he was injured, but 827 OPS, career year, 1.5 WAR. Gabriel Arias, 160 at-bats, just was not very good again. I don't know if this is a player we're bringing back or not. We have him for a while. Whaley was great, 113 games, had pretty much the exact same counting stats in 100 less at-bats this season as he did last year. 300 average, 901 OPS, 28 stolen bases, a 4.7 WAR. Like, he is so freaking good. So good. Oh my goodness. 91 overall. Rodolfo Castro, 67 games, 606 OPS. I'm hoping he will be better next season. Negative 1-win player because he could be great. Montgomery finally showed us that he can be something. 131 at-bats, .1-win player. Wasn't good defensively like he used to be, though. He was bad, like really bad. So hopefully he can finally put it together. 33 at-bats for Baldwin. He was good, but he was bad at AAA. Jokes had a career high in everything. Games, 112, at-bats, 415, 28 doubles, 8 homers, 280 average, 758 OPS. All career highs, not to mention 19 stolen bases. .7 WAR, that was above 2 at one point. He's really cooled down. Haskin, 596 OPS and 37 at-bats. He was injured just so much, ruined his season. 123 games for Outman, 750 OPS, solid enough. 3.8 win player with the great defense. Louis, 36 doubles, was a tie for his career high. 21 bombs, 749 OPS, 3.9 WAR. We'll take it. And, yeah. Montgomery made his debut, had 10 at-bats. Burleson, 121 games, 460 at-bats. It's very similar counting stats to last year in much less playing time. 836 OPS. Yes, I saw the Jock Peterson home run. No, I do not want to talk about it. Adolis Garcia, 25 bombs, 769 OPS. Very solid. 1.4 WAR in the 124 games he did play. And then moving on to the pitching. Gonsolin was amazing. All-star, 33 games. His first time pitching in 4 years. He goes 191 innings, 2.64 ERA, .97 whip. Doesn't strike out anybody, but everything else was great. Same thing with Hyro. 2.89 ERA, 30 games, 165 innings, 147 strikeouts, 3 WAR. Like, he's just so freaking good. Haddock, 25 starts, 3.90 ERA. Just kind of did his thing. Bryce Elder, 30 games, 10 starts. Got injured a little bit. But a 4.84 ERA, was not very good. Martin, 45 games, 14 of them started. Third straight year with over 100 innings pitched and a sub-4 ERA. Mid-WAR in the mid-ones. Miller really did not end his season well. He was in like the low threes for most of the year. Then just got shelled to end it. 32 games, 26 starts. His first time pitching in 3 seasons did not go like Gonsolin's. He stunk. Hagen Smith came up. Hagen Smith. Definitely got his least playing time of the past 3 years, but a 24.55 ERA is not good. 10 runs in 3 2/3 innings. Just safe to say that he did not look the part of a top prospect. Neither did Thorpe in his 1.1 innings. Yeah, I'm just starting to think that Thorpe is a massive bust. Pause. Jonathan Cannon, 8 1/3, did not look good. Again, the least playing time he's ever gotten in a season. Schultz didn't get to come up just yet. Woodruff is injured, out for the season. 22 games. He was not worth $15 million. Not bringing him back next year. And then Juan Carrella also played 3 games, 2 starts. First 2 games were great. Last one was rough. And then we have in the bullpen, Miguel Castro was very solid. 74 games, 35 holds, 4.06 ERA, 6 saves as well. Jose Buto pitched 86 games and 116 innings across 2 teams, 3.95 ERA and a .5 WAR. Don't know why he pitched so much. Cousins was so god-awful. 23 games, 10.53 ERA. This guy sucked so bad. Cano, also certified bum, 5.65 ERA, -1 WAR in 68 games. Santana in 57. He missed a little bit due to injury, but a 3.10 ERA. Fipp hated him, though. Knapp pitched 2 games, was not great. Victor was crazy good. 79 games, 24 holds, 79 innings, 2.85 ERA. Fipp didn't like him as much, so the WAR was kind of low. Closer, we had Alvarado for the second half of the year, and he just shoved. Went from a 4.07 ERA when we got him to a 2.67, 39 saves for Alvarado. And then the home runs per nine was crazy as usual. Gaddis was not good this year. 34 saves, though. 14 holds. But a 5.10 ERA just stinks, man. Just getting a little unlucky, but, it is what it is. But that's the team. We're going to the playoffs. All right, we'll see how this series goes. All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One more guy has to go down. I think it's going to be Colson Montgomery. Victor's got to be on the playoff roster, and then we will remove Colson Montgomery. All right. Rotation is going to be Gonsolin, Iriarte, Paddock, Martin, and Miller. Russo will be in the middle. Holy cow, we swept the Twins. All right, we're entering this game. Bases jacked. It's 2-2. This is a winner goes on. The Orioles are the best team in the league. We'll play the Tigers in the championship series if we win this. Bases jacked for Whaley, who's not been playing well this playoffs. The take.
Inside.
There's a strike to Whaley, 1-1. Rustar, Gratterall, and Baker up in the pen. Drew Rasmussen. That one is hit well by Whaley. It'll stay in the ballpark, though. End of the inning. Nothing to show for a bases loaded at bat for Whaley. I'm watching Jeremy Pena here batting in real life. Good take. Okay, we win though. Holy cow, we're going to the ALCS. James Outman, 2 home runs. Hunter Gaddis with the win. Alvarado with the save. How about it? How about those White Sox? Go into the ALCS against the Tigers. Central versus Central. Tigers are 88 and 74. And on the other side, it's Dodgers Braves. We win. Holy cow. We swept them. We swept them and we're in the frickin' World Series. All right, 40 man, who's going off? There's somebody who's leaving for next year, right? Woodruff. Well, we have to, like, release somebody, don't we? I don't know who they just got rid of, but who cares? All right, we're down 0-2. We're jumping in. In the World Series against the Dodgers, the bad guys. Come on, Astros. Two different teams at once. Tanner Scott pitching to Andrew Vaughn, who's had a great postseason. Good take. World Series baseball. Here between Vaughn and Scott. Bottom of the 9th. The winning run is at the plate. Vaughn down the line, foul. 1-1. Vaughn hits this one up the middle. Runner is headed home. The throw to the plate is not in time, and the Sox tie the game. The winning run now aboard. Andrew Vaughn with another clutch hit. No go to the pin for Dustin May. Or ignore. Here comes Corey Julks. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to watch this baseball game, too.
0-2.
Wasn't even looking at the screen. 0-2. Come on, Julks. Good take. I hate Dustin May's pitching style. World Series baseball between the White Sox and the Dodgers. That one's well struck. It's going to fall. Runners on first and second and only 1 out. The winning run in scoring position. As Corey Julks reaches base. Here comes the 8th hitter, Addison Barger. Barger playing World Series baseball. That one is hit high and deep to left field. It is high. It is far. It is up, and it is going to be caught at the wall. And we're going to be out of third base, too. Got him. That was scary. Don't rub it in. All right. We're in extra innings.
Up next,
Robert hit a solo homer. Winning run at the plate. It's Burleson.
Alec Burleson.
World Series Game 3. If the Dodgers win this game, then we'll have our backs against the wall. Why are we stealing? I don't care. We're safe. Jamal Whaley is a beast. I'm a genius. Didn't even press the button and he still stole a base. That one's well hit. Come on. Here goes Burleson. Why are we hosed every time? Why does every outfielder in this game have an absolute bazooka attached to their shoulder? It's the stupidest game I've ever played. Holy cow. All right. We're down 0-3. It is going to take a miracle to come back from this. And we just got swept in the World Series by the Dodgers. Haha. Okay. What are the awards looking like? MVP is Judge. Cy Young is Ober. Batting title, okay, MVPs are Judge and Snell. Yeah, Snell. 26-0. Oh my God. What is this season from Blake Snell? 26-0. I know I say wins and losses don't matter if you're a pitcher. This kinds of wins and losses do. 215 in 2 innings. 228 strikeouts. He shoved. Soto and Marte as well. Then Cy Young is Snell, obviously. Batting title is Harper and Judge. Reliever of the year is Bubich and Scott. Rookie is Jason Mangels, who is not that good. And then Charles Alès, who is an all-star. He's pretty good. Hank Aaron is Judge, and Harper. Gold Gloves are Silseth, Furman, Walker, Semien, Arenado, Witt, Green, Rafaela, Hauser. Silver Sluggers are Vierling, Ohapi, Naylor. Okay, so we didn't get any, did we? Postseason MVP is Vaughn. World Series MVP is Smith. All right, we're going to go to that offseason. And we are going to sign with the White Sox. Retired players. Brandon Woodruff calls it quits because of that injury. That's sad. 35 years old. Probably had a lot left in the tank. Garrett Cole calls it quits a little early. Clayton Kershaw is done. Tyone is done. Humberto Castellanos, former Astro. Crazy ball knowledge that I know that. I thought this was the Julio Rodriguez that we know on the Mariners, and I was like, what? Austin Barnes calls it quits. Obviously, he was a lifelong Dodger. Duh. Can't imagine him anywhere else. Melvin Jones. Kershaw's not an all-star, Hall of Famer. We'll do free agent negotiations. Paddock, I don't really want to bring back just yet. Robert, I don't think I want to bring back. What kind of money is he wanting? 13.3, yeah, no. Castro, that's fine. I'll offer you that. Caratini is 34. I'm going to let him walk. Santana. Could bring back Santana. $4 million is fine. Edwards is going to walk. Perez is going to walk. Rendon is going to walk. Pitching coach will go with Sam Swanger. And we'll give him a fat offer. Third base coach will go with Deacon McGinnis. All right, let's see the lineups. Like, I feel like we need a big starter. Yeah, we need a big starter. We need a big batter. Logan Gilbert would be a crazy get. Rutschman is here. Imagine this. 4 years, $17 million a year is so diabolical. I need that. Starting pitchers. Gilbert feels right. Never mind, he's asking for too much money. Like, way too much money. We could do, well, what's our budget for this year? 71 million available. We got that. We did make some big extensions, so it makes sense that we don't have as much this year. Holmes is here. Um, let's go with, I don't know, there's so many good options that are asking for way too much money. Joe Musgrove at 35 years old. I'm actually, let's see, what was Severino asking for? 34. He was asking for 2 years. No. Heaney is a 73, and he's also asking for that much. No, I'll add Musgrove, and then we could always use another reliever too. I feel like Brian Abreu is a decent way to spend our money. John Curtis. Do Camilo Doval. Alright. Free agency. We'll offer arbitration. Jairo Iriarte. He wants $13.3 million a year. $7 million. We'll offer arbitration, give him like $5 million. Outman. How much is he making? No, we'll just offer him arbitration. That's a lot of money. Barger. Burleson. Often 3 mil. Buto, that's fine. Fitzgerald. Can I just get him for some less money? Martin, that's fine. Jolts is fine. Elder is making a crap ton of money. Cousins I could probably get for some less. Montgomery. Boom. Maton. Gonzalez. Arias. And Victor is probably going to ask for like at least $1 million. Do $1 million. Tender contracts. Alright, Thorpe, welcome back. Teal, welcome back. Smith, welcome back. Caro, welcome back. Schultz, welcome back. Haskins coming back. Knapp's coming back. I'm turning this game off. Fuck baseball. Baldwin's coming back. Taylor's coming back. Gorella, of course. Montgomery. Yep. Palante. Sure. Ramos. Meckler. Vargas. Do we want to just let Vargas walk? No, we need bodies. Let's bring him, or give him less money and bring him back. Miguel can come back. Bring them all back. don't know what to do, but I don't know with my symptoms of sorrow and dread. I love, I love, I love. Alright, guys, what are we gonna do next? I don't know. Logan Gilbert, I'm not very interested. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. All the big pieces are falling. 40-man roster. Mine should be like almost full. Is there anybody who's not on the 40-man I want to be on it? Maybe Noah Schultz. I think it's time for Schultz to be on the 40-man. Other than that, I think everybody is fine. Taylor, maybe, but also like, nah. Same thing with Palante. This is fine. This is just fine. Grant Taylor might get taken. Palante might get taken. Ramos. Yeah, I'll add Ramos back to the 40-man. Everybody else, who cares if they get taken. Let's send to our next free agency group. Yep. Not interested in Edwin Diaz. Still none of my guys are interested. Still nobody's interested. Good Lord, we just made the World Series. All right, Adley, 4 years, $17 million a year. How old are you, man? 30? Yeah, that'll work. Just take it. I doubt he's going to sign with us. There's no way. He's going back to Baltimore. Yeah, he's going back to Baltimore. I knew it. 5 years. They overpaid. Not interested in Seiya. We'll go for a big bat like Bregman. Alex Bregman. This would be fun, wouldn't it? Luis Garcia, no. Edmundo Sosa, no. Let's go all, and then we'll go like 1 year of Freddie Freeman. Or 1 year of Christian Walker. No, that's not smart. Isaac Paredes. Ryan McMahon's old. Arenado's old. Ildemaro Vargas. Wow. We need outfielders. Brendan Donovan would be a good get. $13 million a year. Joe Adell, 5 years. What did you do to deserve this? Siri, $15 million a year. Like what? Tavares wants $12 million.
Okay, I found it.
Suzuki wants a ton. Oh my god. Profar, no. Larnick, Kyle Isbell, Bader. Michael Ciani doesn't want a lot, but also like I don't want him. Chaz McCormick. Yeah, I don't know. Chaz, I'll throw you on there. Why not? Camilo, I'll do 2 years, 5.25 million a year. That's good with you. Sim into the Rule 5. Brewers want to trade me somebody. But Camilo is a White Sox. Welcome to the team. Skip the lottery. Head over here. Offer free agents. Not interested. And then we'll also add, like, we want to add another catcher. Like a lower level guy, like a Gary. No, I want. What do they want? They want me to get a pitcher. That's understandable. Bart Cruz. Yeah, I'm gonna hop on Bart Cruz while I can. See if they have that like for relievers. I can just get some 60K a year, guys. Like Matt Festa. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, why not, Mr. Festa? Never mind. This game sucks. Ooh. Any young people? RJ Gadovich? No. And then I'll throw like I want like some more middling players. You could bring Nick Madrigal home. Nick Prado seems kind of good. 3.1 million a year might be a steal. Chaz, I'll offer him 1 year. Joe's gonna get that 1 year as well. Sim to the Rule 5. Bautista is a D-back, and they continue their just insane run. And let's see who we pick here in the Rule 5. Patrick Monteverde does not look too good. Tom Cosgrove could be solid. Actually, I think he's the pick here. Yeah, Tom Cosgrove is going to be the grab. And I'm going to skip the next selection. And we'll go post winter meetings. We'll go to arbitration hearings. Joe Musgrove is a White Sox. Love to see it. And then Chaz McCormick does not like us. Nick Prado. Probably going to be able to get Nick Prado right here. Let me see if I can't grab another reliever. A middling player, Miguel Castro. Slap that on for Miguel Castro. He's 33. Castro, I'm assuming, is going to accept here. He is. Welcome back. Nick Prado, I'm also assuming no. It's not quite enough for him. not interested. Jazz, fine, we'll give you the 2. Prado, I'll give you the 2 as well. Lock in advance. Budget, we're still fine. But arbitration's going to take quite a bit. Prado is going to be a sock. McCormick is also welcoming to the squad. 40-man roster. Brian Ramos will just leave immediately. He's not welcome here. No, thanks. Maybe one, actually, bullpen arms are fine. Probably grab like maybe some more youngster on, like a young arm, but not like anybody good. Like a low 70s player. Eric Swanson possibly. No, Eli Morgan seems like that kind of guy. We go to arbitration hearings. Duran is a Dodger. We'll offer Mr. Morgan here. Sim to arbitration. And Eli is not ready yet to sign. Not interested. Stamp it again. Tell him to come over this way. And he is ready to be a White Sox. Kind of want to take him off the 40-man, not even going to lie to you. Yep, he's gone. Off the 40-man immediately. 25 days. I should not have stopped simulating. Nope. Nope. Chris Paddock's still a free agent. Wow. Sim a day. Mayton, they sided with us. Ito is going to make a bit more. Outman, they sided with us. Free agency. All right, Paddock. I'm going to give you a year. Never mind. I was going to give you like nothing, like no money whatsoever. All right, Luis. I'll pay you $8.9 million to come back next year. Romy is making a ton. Martin's sticking with $1 million. Burleson's making a lot. Luis, yeah, he's still cringe. Arias Gonzalez is making a bit more as expected. Colson's making some more. Hyro's sided with us. Elder, gosh, Elder's making so much. Alright, probably make a trade. What does the lineup against righties look like right now? Fitz, Peel, Prado maybe? Does Prado come in? Prado the left fielder. Garcia and right. And then Teal catching. All right, and then with our lineups, I'll make all those in a second once I do my manual development. So I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back for another episode later.